Okay, here is my aquaponics system. Let me back away. Actually, just kind of started this a little prematurely, I guess. Okay, so here we go. This is it. That little piece right there with the hardware cloth. That's not part of it. That's just scrap. Okay, so these two ends that are right here, right there, and right there. With the uprights, those are actually just extensions for another bed that's going to go right here. Maybe two. I may even extend it on past the grill over here. So anyway, two 55-gallon drums here. Or I'm sorry, two halves of a 55-gallon drum. The bell siphons are here. Right here. Okay, and actually one just broke, so you can see here is the drainage coming down into what is going to be my biofilter right here. It's going to be a 3 or possibly 4-stage biofilter. The very rough stage over there, cleaner stage, cleaner stage, cleaner stage, up to the pump, which is right here. Water's a little murky right now. It's just started cycling. So I did rinse the rock before I put it in there, but some of it is, obviously still in there, a little sediment, but that'll go away. It'll settle, get caught in the filters, the swirl filters. I actually have 2 swirl filters, so I'll get to those in a second. So anyway, we have a 2x4 stand that these are on, cross beam. Okay, as you can see underneath here, this is the furthest one. It's just this fitting right here is a bulkhead fitting. It's a screw type, 3/4 inch standard. It's 3/4 inch drain, PVC pipe there. Okay, there's the other one, same deal. Show you one of those. Where they at? There we go. One of these bulkhead union. I call it a bulkhead fitting. Okay, one of the dogs is obviously peeing somewhere it shouldn't. There's my friends and families. Okay, on to the not being interrupted again, hopefully. Okay, one of the bell siphons just finished. You could hear it sucking air. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was the bell siphon sucking air. Alright, so here's one of the bulkhead fittings. It just screws in, screws together right here. I forget what size hole that this needs to be, okay, for it to go through. But find them at your hardware store, Lowe's, box stores, whatever. Okay, on to the siphon filters. They are here, not siphon filter, swirl filter. They are here. Okay. What happens is your solids come in from your tank, your fish tank, which is down here. Okay, right here. This is at the bottom. These IBC tanks come with you want to try and get them that, I don't know if they all do, but if they don't, then you want to try and get them that already have the ball valve already on them. It makes a good good way to open and close this for cleaning of your filters and whatnot. Saves you a little money in the process. Those are about $5 to $6 a fitting, possibly 8 to 10. Anyway, so you've got a little adapter right here. Okay, let's see. There we go. Little adapter right there, that black with the 2 hose clamps on it, and then up to a 2-inch, I think. I can't remember. I'll figure it out in a second. Anyway, up, and your water level. Yeah, let's see. It's probably better. Your water level wants to be up above where you're going to split this off for your swirl filters. Reason being, gravity is going to be pushing the water down, you know, obviously pushing the water down, the weight, which creates a flow up through the bottom here, up through here, into the T's and into the swirl filters. Okay, so you can't really see any swirling action, but it actually is swirling. This elbow right here is tilted down and to the side of your water jug here. Okay, here's the connection for this. That is another one of those bulkhead fittings there. This is a Uniseal, I think is what it's called, and 1-inch PVC, I think is. Yeah, 1-inch PVC. Fit the PVC itself, not the fitting, but the PVC fits perfectly in that Uniseal. No leaks. And there's no glue on any of this. I am going to have to glue this right here, this this ball valve rather. It is leaking from where the PVC is. The clamp is tight. It's leaking from where the PVC is, where there's a little small piece of PVC anyway. So the water level, this, you know, it's all working, you know, right, the way it should be. The water level for the tank, fish tank, is right here. That's the full mark. It hasn't fluctuated hardly at all, and just from a couple of adjustments down here on my pump, it actually has an adjustment valve on it. I was able to get the flow almost perfect within the first 3 tries, so it was pretty awesome. I do have some overflow valve holes that are cut in back here. These actually, I'm calling them, I'm just making this up now. But I did have this for a bait tank. This was a bait tank for our offshore fishing team, and actually had this set up completely different on the bayou. But anyway, if the water level gets too high in the tank, it'll drain out here on the sides instead of coming over the top. But that's not an issue because it hasn't drained. I set the water level to where it's just below, and it has stayed there pretty much the whole time. I have a hard time seeing the screen while I'm recording this, so if I've missed some points here and there, I apologize. But this all works. We had to adjust the flow on these as well in order to get the flow correct on the tank itself. Okay, I think that I could probably get a little bit better management of my flow by putting a ball valve here on this, which is my return to my fish tank, and that would give me a little bit more fluctuation on how much pressure I can go here and there, which would regulate my biofilter here. The last 2 times that this filtered, that it siphoned rather, it came up to the very top of this container that I'm using, and if it does it again, I think I'm gonna make a bigger filter, biofilter, which is gonna be out of a 55-gallon drum. Right here you can see I've already started in preparation for this. I had a feeling it might not work, so went ahead and did this. This was also another bait tank that I rusted hinge, that's why it's popping like that. But this was a bait tank that I first had before I made this bait tank, the big one. So usually don't get things right on the first try, or it don't work right, or it's not enough, and you have to go bigger, you know, go big or go home, right? So anyway, over here on this side of this, you can see that I have 2 bulkhead fittings already in here. I had already had these holes cut, so I went ahead and got the fittings, extra fittings to put in here. To plug them up. I can use them to you know, do other things with. I'm sure for the time being I'm just going to bring a elbow in down here and bring it up into a T, and then you know, and then bring it up here and just cap it or leave it open or something. I don't know. It's not necessary right now, but it may come in handy in the future. So I'm going to cut. See, I already had this cut. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out the rest of the way on this side and on this side as well. And that way I'll be able to access inside my biofilter. And I'll be able to put dividers in here. I don't know what I'm going to use for dividers. I know I can't use any kind of plywood or anything like that. I'm aware of that because of leaching that you'd get from the glue and the wood itself. So you don't want to do that. It's going to mess up your pH levels. And probably kill your fish too. So you don't want to do that. I'm thinking I'm going to get some what they call PVC board or PVC sheet, and cut some dividers for that. So and then anyway, it'll work really great, and that'll give me the ability to have more fluctuation with this, because this obviously is not 55 gallons. This was 55-gallon drum, which at the water level, whenever this comes up, it's right up to the top here. You can see how moist that is. You can see that.